A grilled cheese sandwich is pretty easy to make. It is a humble sandwich, a simple sandwich, but because it's so simple, you really need to pay attention to every aspect of it. So first, choose delicious bread. And second of all, choose great cheese and go for a blend. And finally, you might be wondering why I'm standing next to an hourglass. I am too. It is to represent that ethereal notion of patience. So weird. Okay. We are gonna cook this low and slow, and that way you're gonna get a beautiful golden brown, delicious sandwich with actually melted cheese in the center. So the start of any good sandwich is bread. I'm using my bowl of country white, and I have pretty thin slices here. Now, I am going to use butter. I'm gonna spread a thin layer on each slice. And you might be wondering why I'm not using mayonnaise. It is a very popular ingredient for grilled cheese. I did a little experiment too earlier. On my right, I have a mayonnaise coated slice of bread, and on my left, a butter slice. You see they both get like nice even browning, good toasty bits. The mayonnaise slathered slice is a little bit shinier. I find it a little greasy, and I think the flavor of butter just can't be beat. It's so delicious and nutty. So I'm gonna go with butter, but if you like mayonnaise, use it. So I'm spreading a nice thin layer of butter. I don't need a ton, but I just want to make sure that it's all over the slice so I get that beautiful browning. What is that soap opera? Like, as the sands fall through the hourglass, these are the days of our lives. Love it, love it. So on my unbuttered side, I'm going to checkerboard some cheese. First, I'm gonna take my medium cheddar. Again, that perfect blend of flavor and texture. Okay, this is Monterey Jack. As this breaks, it's pulling together a little more. That's because it's a younger cheese. It's gonna melt beautifully. And you don't need a ton of cheese. The ratio is important here, and you don't want a huge pile of cheese that's not gonna melt and overwhelm the bread. I've been warming my nonstick pan. It's at a medium-low heat on the lower side because patience. So I'm taking the sandwich, which has the buttered sides, and I'm setting it in the pan. I'm gonna let it cook. So now it's gonna take a long time. I can talk more about cheese, like protein strands, how long it's aged shortens the protein. That's why aged cheese doesn't melt as well. So if you have a spectrum and Parmigiano Reggiano is all the way over here, it's aged, and processed American cheese is all the way over here, this is gonna be a beautiful melter, but it also has really long protein strands leading to that cheese pull. It has a ton of moisture, whereas Parmigiano Reggiano is a dry grating cheese. It has a ton of flavor. It has those beautiful crystalline salt pieces that are just delicious, but it's not going to melt and pull because it has really short protein strands, and it's pretty dry because of the aging process. I think it's ready. Oh, it is golden brown and buttery, and the cheese is so melty. I'm gonna take it out of the pan. All right, my grilled cheese is done, and it's ready to be cut into triangles. They just taste better. So can't get even triangles here because I have fancy bread, but I'm gonna do my best. Okay. Look at this melty cheese. Okay, I have my checkerboard of cheese. It's super melty. My bread is crispy. I'm gonna go for a corner bite. Ready? I'm just gonna go eat this. I mean, what is there to say? It's the secret ingredient that made all of this possible. This really weird large hourglass. Thanks.